Welcome to this class, which is a rotation and anti-rotation flow. So anti-rotation is just whenever we've got some sort of force that's trying to pull us into a twist and we resist that. As you can imagine, really, really good for stability and strength through the core. So what you'll need for this class is ideally something that you can hold on to with one arm that is kind of weighty. And as long as you can kind of hold on to it like with a little bit of distance between you and your body, then it shouldn't be too heavy. And also, because we're going to be using the wall for this, you don't even need a yoga mat, but if you've got it, you may want to position it next to the wall, and having some socks may help a portion of this class. You don't need the socks just yet though. So go ahead and position your weight towards the wall, ready for you. And we're going to begin just standing at the front of our mat, facing away from the wall. And you're invited to just take a moment to take a few breaths here. Just settling into your body, making those little mental notes, maybe just scanning your body and noticing where you're at. What's your baseline? Where are you starting from right now? Without any judgment, just noticing and accepting and appreciating whatever it is that you maybe have been through, that if you're feeling a little bit tired or maybe you're feeling super energetic, whatever it is, just appreciating it for what it is. And when you're ready, we'll open the eyes up and bring the feet together as much as possible. They can be a little bit distanced, but bending into the knees. You can even bring your hands onto your knees just to help you. We're gonna go into 3 big circles with the knees, so just circling 1, 2, 3, taking it nice and easy, and in the other direction, 1, 2, keeping the feet firmly planted, 3. All right, in the other direction, this time we're gonna lift the heels up as the knees come forward and let them come back down as they go back. 2, 1, and in the opposite direction, same thing, heels come up and then go down, 3, 2, 1, and one more time, heels stay up the whole time as you circle for 3, 2, 1, and in the other direction, 3, 2, 1. Good, and if you're getting any kind of knee pain there, then just pay attention to it. Don't go into the pain. So keeping your right leg forward and stepping it to the left side of your mat, step the left leg back behind you. Reach your left arm across your body and bend both knees as if you're trying to reach that left arm down, grabbing hold of a weight, but don't take your weight just yet. We're gonna stand up and spin all the way around, lift that imaginary weight up over your head, and get it as high up over your head as you can. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Spin all the way back around. Cross the left arm across your body and spin all the way back up. Stand tall, strong like a warrior. Spin all the way back around and reach back for that weight. I don't know why I told you to put it back there, because you need it here. And this time, 2 more times, that same movement, taking the weight with you. So lifting it up overhead. Maybe you need to bend that elbow to get up overhead, that's fine. But what we're looking for is the action from here, where we're twisted, just untwisting with that weight to lift it up. Good. And back through center. Take the weight over to the left side as you cross the right foot back behind you into a little crossed lunge. Reach for the weight, but keep it just imaginary for now as you spin around. Rise up, reach nice and tall, proud like a strong warrior. We can maybe even call that warrior 4, since 1, 2, and 3 are taken. Spinning around and rising up. Just feeling it in our body, this action, this twisting and untwisting, and then 2 more times with the weight, so spinning around, rising up, spinning all the way back around, touch the weight down, touch the back knee down, rise all the way up as you unravel and unspin, and all the way back through center, holding on to the weight, back yourself up to the wall, And you want to be about a shin length, a shin distance away from the wall. You're going to plant your right toes onto the wall. Hold the weight with your right hand and bend into the left knee. Now you can keep the heel planted, or if you want to, maybe you play around with lifting it up, but to begin with, maybe start with it down. And we're just going to take that weight as far over to the right side of us as we can. Obviously, not letting ourselves twist, staying neutral through the torso, and then just pass the weight over to the left arm and over to the right. And obviously, you are probably feeling like me, the purpose of this exercise, resisting that pull downwards. So just passing it back and forth. We're going to do 5. That's 4. So one more time into the right arm and into the left. Full body workout here. And then once you've got it in your right arm, we're just going to switch legs and repeat. So knees stay side by side as you take the weight over, crossing into each arm. Knees bent. You're a superstar if you're doing this on tiptoes. One more time to the left and to the right. Lower that down and go ahead and just walk your hands down onto the mat. Coming into forearms, so lowering the elbows down underneath the shoulders, and step your feet back, and you'll need to adjust yourself so that your feet, your heels as well as the balls of your feet are making contact with the wall, but we're not going to be on the wall just yet. And so make your way into a forearm plank. So feet on the wall, elbows underneath the shoulders, and as much as possible, go ahead and step the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. Give your glutes a nice little tuck, a little squeeze. So without letting yourself twist as much as possible, can you rise up into a plank? Right arm first, then left arm to begin with, and then back onto forearms. That's 1. Let's do 4 more. So right hand slides back, and then the left follows. Right elbow goes down, left follows. That's 2. Keep breathing. 3. Obviously, maybe you're twisting a little bit, I know I am, but just resisting that twist as much as possible. 4. And last one. We'll finish in a normal plank and roll over onto the outside of the left foot. Take the right hand up. Actually, let's grab our weight. Take the left foot back behind you and squeezing the glutes. Just allow your hips to twist, to open up kind of towards the ceiling. Reach down with the right hand to grab hold of your weight. And what we're going to do is we're going to twist our hips. So you can do that now a few times just on their own, so that we stack the knees on top of each other in a sort of side plank position from a twisted wild thing. At the same time, as we untwist our hips into our neutral position, we're going to pull our weight up. All right? 5 of those. So twist, lower the weight, and untwist to pull it up. Twist, toe down, weight down, untwist. 3, 2, nice and controlled. 1, good. Place the weight off to the side, roll it back over into your plank, lower all the way down, lift up into a little baby cobra, just kind of wiggle it out, shake it out, whatever you need to do. Maybe bend the knees, kick the legs, roll out through the wrists. Whatever you need to do, we're going to rise back up though through a downward facing dog, kind of pedaling the feet a little bit and walking the hands back. Try not to twist. As you do so until your butt touches the wall, bending the knees, can you roll all the way up to stand next to your wall? Grab hold of that weight. So similar exercise to what we did before with one foot on the wall, the other one down. weight in one hand. This time though, we're gonna hold the weight out as far over in our right hand as we can. We'll start with the right foot on the wall, knees stay glued, leaning forward slightly, and holding that weight out, we're just gonna switch the legs. Switch the legs. So trying not to twist. If this feels like it's too easy and you want a little bit more, maybe now is the time to try the tiptoes. Make sure you're keeping that weight out to the side as much as possible. Good job. One more time each leg. And then we'll switch over into the left arm and just continue the movement with the legs, holding that weight out to the side as much as possible, not letting yourself twist. So resisting that weight pulling you down. And this can definitely show us where we're weak. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Lower that weight down. Again, walk the hands down to come into your forearm plank with the feet on the wall. And again, this time we'll start with the left arm. So feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. This is going to make it kind of somewhat possible not to twist as you slide the left hand back and the right hand follows. Left elbow down, right elbow down. That's 1, we got 4 more. So taking it slow, trying not to twist through those hips at all. Make sure you're breathing. 1 more time. We'll finish in our plank, and again, roll into the outside of the right foot this time. Take the left foot back behind you as you reach the left arm up. Just finding a little wild thing, maybe going for a little stretch. But we're gonna reach down, grab a hold of the weight, have it ready, and a few times just practice going from that twisted position, just through the hips to lift the left leg up, stacking the knee on top of the right knee. So that little mini twist and untwist. Gonna feel for that, and now we're gonna add the arm. So as the foot comes up, the arm comes up too. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight goes off to the side, and go ahead and flow through a little vinyasa to your cobra pose. Shaking it out, wiggling it out, stretching it out. Don't worry, we're gonna do some more little stretches a bit later on. Making your way through a downward facing dog. Walking the hands back, trying not to twist as you do so. Until your bum touches the wall, and then rise up to stand. Now, here's where we get our socks out. And maybe even make this a little exercise. See if you can put those socks on standing up, not letting yourself twist as you do so. We are actually going to move into some twists now though. So you can absolutely do this with your feet on the floor. Walk back until we're on our wall. And again, fold forward, a little challenge there. See how much you can fold forward with your butt against the wall. Plant the hands down, walk them as far forward as you need to so you can walk the feet up. Just coming into like a handstand, just whatever kind of level you feel fine at. You can stay here or whatever. Just have both feet on the wall and try to resist twisting as looking down at your hands, you walk the hands forward, walking the feet down the wall until you can stack your shoulders over your wrists and into a plank position on the wall. And at this point, you can lower the feet down or you can keep them on the wall. The lower the feet go on the wall, the harder this is gonna be. So, all right. Whew, this is tough. I'm gonna have to have my feet a little high. So can you bend the right knee so it's just the left toes on the wall? And then just twist, the same kind of movement that we did, like going from wild thing to side plank. We're just gonna go untwist. and twist all the way around to lower the right foot towards the floor, and then straighten the right knee to place the right foot on the wall, bend the left knee, twist through center, and all the way around the other way. So just switching the legs and twisting 180, switching the legs and twisting. All right, and it's so hard. So if, like me, you did a couple on the wall and you want to just take it down to the floor, you can do it that way as well. So it's just twisting through the hips as the shoulders and upper body stay center. Switching the legs as you twist around. Let's get 5 in. So that's 4. And last one. 5, and the other side, all the way around. Good job. Lower the knees down. Give it all a good little shake. This is tough, y'all. You're through the worst of it. Everything else is pretty chill. So you're gonna come to the wall where you can just give the wall a nice little hug and place the left elbow and forearm on the wall and let it go back behind you as you step forward as much as possible, keeping your chest perpendicular to the wall. Just get a nice little stretch here. You can even kind of lean your head up against the wall, but try and make sure, just check if you're letting yourself go into a little back bend, if you can kind of just pull everything in. Not only does this kind of deepen the stretch, but we're kind of still staying in that mode of paying attention to what our core is doing, resisting the pull to twist. As you breathe and just stretch it out. And can you, without changing anything, just come up onto your tiptoes. So still staying in that nice pec stretch for the left shoulder. And I'm gonna make it a little bit harder to resist the twist. Can you lift the left knee up? So you're just on your right tiptoes. Whew, I can feel myself going floppy. Pull it all in. Resist the twist. And press that left elbow into the wall. So you spin all the way around, coming around 180. Place the outside of the right forearm on the wall and press into the wall so you do a full spin so your back is then on the wall. And we're just gonna repeat that on the other side. So right arm comes to the wall, palm flat. Step yourself towards the wall as much as possible. Not twisting though into the wall, but twisting away from the wall, pulling everything in so you're not back bending, you're not going floppy. And just enjoy the stretch here. As you resist this twist. And when you're ready, come up onto your tiptoes. Hold here for a bit. Just make sure you haven't gone all floppy. You're still pulling the sit bones towards each other, pulling your pelvis into alignment with your ribs. I always find touching myself helps because I don't have a mirror, so I'm just gonna make sure that things are kind of in place. And then pulling the right heel to the butt, still resisting that twist for another breath. And then we're gonna press into the wall and twist ourselves all the way around 180. And then replace the right arm with the left to just keep spinning around. All right, and we'll just do that a few times, just that little spin because it's fun. So left arm back behind you, onto the right tiptoes, using just the arm to twist you all the way around, then use the right arm to keep you twisting, and see if you can go all the way in a 360-degree spin all the way around and around, around and around. And then let's do one more. And repeat then on the other side. So with the right arm back behind you, onto the left tiptoes, press and spin. So a little balance challenge. Spin all the way around, get that right arm back behind you, press, spin, Try not to lose your balance. Try not to rotate through the body too much. Let this just be about the shoulders moving. One more time. This is so challenging, but challenging in a different way at least. Not like those planks against the wall. All right, good job. So once you've had a bit of fun with that, come back to your mat and just do a little boat pose, just a little boat pose. So just leaning back past your sit bones, lifting up nice and tall, lifting the feet up off the mat. Knees can stay bent. Reach the arms forward, take the right arm back, reach the left arm across your body, and switch over. Reach the right arm across your body, left arm back, and twist around. A few more times as you breathe. Just allowing ourselves this twist, but with control. Try and twist as much as possible through the upper spine. Try not to let those sit bones move around too much. The knees stay glued. I'm only saying all this because I've noticed it in myself. And I'm like, nope, hang on. All right, one more time each side. Right arm back, left arm back. And then hug those knees and roll onto your back. Allow the legs to extend straight. And shake it all out. Maybe even rub those hip flexors. One final little thing, bringing the arms out wide like a cactus. Bring the knees into your chest. So without using your arms, actually, yeah, you are going to use your arms pressing into the floor. Just take an inhale. And as you exhale, allow the knees to fall over to the left, but using your hands pressing into the floor, resist it. So lower slowly. So your knees don't flop down, but they softly land, and then lift them back up with control. Take an inhale at the top, exhale over to the right. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Then inhale back to center, nice and controlled. Exhale over to the left. How slow can you go? Over to the right. Perhaps slowing it right down and seeing if you can even pause somewhere halfway through center and knees being on the floor, just to make sure like you're there because you put yourself there and not because gravity has pulled you there. Just kind of show gravity who's boss. All right, back through center. Give the knees a good little squeeze one last time, and this time you can extend the legs and keep them there as you reach the arms away from your body, just letting them relax down, out wide. If that feels comfortable for you, of course, you're always welcome to do your own thing if what I suggest to you doesn't feel good for you. Especially in Shavasana, because this is where we rest so that our bodies can integrate everything that we've just done in this pretty short class, but pretty full on. And when you're ready, you're invited to stretch the arms up overhead. Maybe shimmying away from the wall if you need this space. Windshield wipering the legs, perhaps side to side. And maybe even finding a little back bend, a little bridge pose. On your way up to a seated position. And just taking a moment with your eyes closed, while you sit here, or maybe you're still lying. But just to take a little lesson from this movement session, that sometimes we have these external forces trying to twist us and turn us off of our path, pull us away from our focus, distract us from what's truly important to us. But remember, just like you've got the strength to resist these weighted twists, you have the inner strength to remain focused and trust that you're on your path, and trust that life has got your back. That inner strength to resist the forces that don't serve you. Thank you so much for joining me.